Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal with the podcast. Mr. Informal Podcast. We are on the 83rd edition of the Mr. Informal Podcast. Wow, 83rd, number 83. Ocho Tres. 83. So, I hope you are doing well today. It's almost Halloween. It's coming up. It's gonna be hectic. It's gonna be crazy, and as you know, there's going to be a lot of candies and a lot of celebrations at work. So these are the 4 topics for the Mr. Informal podcast. Number 1, beauty search engines. Yes, there is a search engine that's up and coming for beauty products. Number 2, Levi's is thinking about removing wholesale because their own retail shop is doing better than wholesale. I wonder why. So number 3, Lululemon workers are complaining. Why am I not surprised? And then number 4, based on a recent survey, these are the 16 brands that teenagers seems to hate. So those are the 4 topics of the Mr. Informal podcast. I hope you learned something today, and I hope you get to listen to me for however long this podcast is going to be. And so let's start with the podcast. And the article is coming from retaildive.com. Beauty search engine Mira launches with backing from Unilever Ventures. Wow, Unilever. That's a lot of hygiene products right there. A lot of cleaning and hygiene products. So basically, a free search engine for beauty products, Mira, launched Tuesday online through its mobile app, according to a press release. The platform was founded by Jay Hack and Brandon Garcia, 2 Stanford graduates, with aim to champion transparency and inclusivity in the highly homogeneous beauty space. So part of Mira's value proposition is giving users the ability to ask advice or product recommendation from a community of beauty users on the platform with similar skin types, skin tones, and aesthetics preference. Mira uses facial recognition and artificial intelligence to help pair users with the right product and with the users who may have similar beauty needs. Wow. So basically, not only, I wouldn't say I guess you could say search engine, but it also a communication engine, which, by the way, when you take pictures of yourself through the apps, then it will basically redirect your skin types to a proper user who may have the same skin types, or who may have experience with that type of skin, or who may probably have that type of skin. So Mira. So basically, it allows users to ask any beauty questions on their mind and receives answers from real consumers with diverse backgrounds, taking from beauty consumers to beauty connoisseur. CEO and co-founder Jay Hack said in a statement. So basically, anybody can be a beauty expert. And so the last paragraph says the investing community seems to think so too, as the platform is launching with backing from Unilever Ventures. Founded Fund 14W, Great Oaks Venture Capital, among others. Wow. So this is good. I mean, you may not need to go to dermatologists. Actually, let me take that back. You will still need to go to your dermatologist, but before you go to a dermatologist, you may seek advice by going to this website named Mira. And if you want to stay looking young, remove those black shadows under your eye or eye bags, and then you want to remove wrinkles, you want to remove certain things, or you just want to look healthy as much as possible, then this might be a good I shouldn't say product, but a good engine, I guess, or a good search to have. It's just another tool. That's all it is. It's just another helpful tool for you to use in the search for beauty products. I'm sure a lot of women would go through this because I know they have a lot of beauty products, and then men, well, you may start to need this too, because why not? There's nothing wrong with seeking help with certain beauty products out there. And so again, it's just another tool, but I can see this being big. I mean, beauty products is $1 trillion industry. If it's not, then it will be $1 trillion industry. As you know, as population grows and more people populates the whole world, and so beauty products will also be needed. So it has a big backing from Unilever. Unbelievable. Wow. So the second topic for today, another article from retail.com. Levi is opening 100 more stores as wholesale declines. So Levi's, Strauss and Company on Tuesday reported that third quarter net sales rose 4% to $1.45 billion, its second report since going public last year. Global direct-to-consumer sales with the company defined as both digital and physical retail stores rose 10% according to a company press release. In Americas, net revenues fell 3% due to decline in wholesale, offset partly by direct-to-consumer growth. Net revenues grew 14% in Europe and 9% in Asia. The company said inventory was flat in the period. So, consumers are increasingly going to be able to get the Levi's from Levi's, and they're likely to pay full price. I'm not okay with that. That's essentially the strategy outlined by Levi's CEO Chip Bergh on Tuesday as he addressed wholesale declines. He said are offset by increase in online sales through the company's own stores. So, Levi's wants to reduce wholesales, which means you're not gonna able to buy Levi's from JCPenney, Macy's, Kohl's, Burlington, even the discounted stores, Off Price, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Nordstrom Rack, or even Nordstrom. Or they probably going to reduce it. I don't like this decision, and and here are the reasons why. Number one, not every city and state in the US have Levi's stores. Number two, full price, that's not gonna cut it. Number three, not having Levi's at these places such as Macy's, JCPenney, Burlington is gonna give the consumers who wore Levi's for their whole lifetime less access to them. We're talking about the Levi's classics, 501s. You can even go bootcut, slim fit, whatever you want to call it. By reducing the amount of wholesale, you're gonna reduce the amount of access that the general consumers who grew up with Levi's, who've been wearing Levi's for the rest of their lives. And so what happens is these people are gonna find some other brand to wear, whether it be Lee's, whether it be Carhartts. I mean, Carhartts do make Levi jeans. They may go to just another denim brand. And so when sales reduces and Levi's wonder, hey, what happened? Well, that's what happened. You may tell me that you're gonna open 100 stores and yet you're gonna pay full price. Nobody wants that. I don't understand. Since when did Levi's? Here's the thing. Levi's think they're high end. They're not. They were made for strictly blue collar people who work hard, who go home, wear Levi's, and then when they go out, sure, they can wear Levi's. I mean, what is wrong with that mentality? Seriously, what is wrong with just going to just a simple store, a simple department store, and just buying Levi's? Why does a consumer need to go to its own Levi's store, which they probably have less amount of selections, and then you tell me full price? No, we're not having that. And here's the thing, just so you know, when you go to a department store other than Levi's, the fabric that is used for department stores are different from the fabrics that Levi's sell at their own stores. It's just the truth. There's a reason why there's a difference in prices. And I mean, a lot of people in the inside know this. A lot of people who are in the fashion industry know this. It's just the way it is. Because they want to save money. They want to cut costs. Why should we use an expensive fabric at the wholesale price? They're not going to do that. So check this out. In the article, it says the company is moving to partner with more premium retailers, and Berg are also called intention to an ongoing test with Target to sell its higher priced red tag jeans. He said that the company has now expanded to more stores to include women's. CFO Harmit Singh also described a pullback from off-price retailers. We will only go to off-price when we're trying to get rid of distressed inventory. It's not healthy from a brand management standpoint. It's certainly not attractive financially. But finding Levi's in one of those off-price customers at $14.99 just makes it really, really hard to sell Levi's at full price in this market. Well, isn't that obvious? Because you're trying to sell your jeans and to make consumers think your jeans is premium, which it isn't. Let's be honest here. Lululemon has gotten itself a little bit in trouble. So in the article by The Guardian, I know it's The Guardian, but you know, they have something to report, I guess. Workers making 88 pounds, Lululemon, that could be $100 to $110. Leggings claims they are beaten. We're talking about workers' condition here. So exclusive, upmarket brand that recently launched partnership with UN Foundation opens investigation as women in Bangladesh factory say they suffer regular abuse. Lululemon, an athleisure wear whose brand 88 pounds legging are worn by celebrities, Instagram influencers, are sourcing clothing from a factory where Bangladesh female factory workers claim they are beaten and physically assaulted. That's not cool. So the workers allege that factory workers who break any rules or leave earlier than expected are verbally abused by management and hit. Some said they have been made to work despite ill health. Some laborers are paid 9,100 taka a month, which is 85 pounds per month, less than the price of one pair of their leggings, which sells for as much as 139 pounds. The sum will below the 16,000 taka unions have been demanding and fall short of living wage estimates. They are forced to work overtime to hit targets, saying they sometimes felt immense pressure not to leave their workstation. Lululemon said it has strict code of practice and does not tolerate any violence of this. The company said it would immediately launch an investigation. There are currently no orders planned for this factory, and we will take appropriate action based on the findings of our investigation. Yeah, right. It's pretty obvious. They like their profit margins to be high and their negotiation prices with the factory to be low. And so there's no such thing as an investigation. It's really pretty obvious. They could do one thing, not work with this factory, or two, send one of their workers to this factory, check out the working environment, so and then how we can improve this, and then they're gonna raise the minimum wage. Boom, that's it. Those are the only two options that they could do. Or they could go to another factory in Bangladesh and again do the same thing, and it's not gonna stop. It's not. So going on with this article, Lululemon launched a partnership with the United Nations Foundation (UNF) on October 8th, saying that for the last 3 years that the leggings company and the UNF have been working together to develop a curriculum evidence-based on mindfulness, yoga, and self-care training, and they have conducted pilot testing to more than 580 workers in 8 countries to date, including the United States. And yet, for some reason, this factory just was not seen by them. So where do we go from here? It's the same thing. Okay, these companies are paying low cost for these leggings and they're selling it at a high price, which results into high profit sales. Is this gonna stop? No. Look, I'm gonna blame two people here, or two entities: Lululemon and the factory owner of the factory. That's it. I mean, it's that simple. The factory owner could either raise a little bit and improve working condition, which he can or she can. It's not even that hard. It's really not. And then not only that is improve communication. Think about it. If I was Lululemon, I'd do this. You know what? Hey, look, raise it up, and you can raise up your price a little bit, improve your working conditions, and then you know what? Since we sell yoga, how about give your workers, before they go to work, have some yoga classes, have some relaxation classes. What's wrong with that? It's not even that hard. So on to the last topic. So businessinsider.com, the article title states, teens reveal the 16 clothing brands they're ditching. So Piper Jaffray released its latest survey on the shopping habits of teens and found 16 brands falling out of favor among male and female consumers. The report analyzed report from 9,500 shoppers across 42 states with an average age of 15.8 years old. So Gen Z, I don't know why they call them, give it Gen Z, at least when it comes to brand buzz. While young shoppers have proven they have power to make companies in relevance, their waning interest can be equally as impactful. According to Piper Jaffray's latest report on the shopping habits of teens, which examines survey responses from 9,500 shoppers across 42 states. So apparel compromises 27% of wallet share of female teen shoppers compared to 23% of men. The study also revealed that apparel spending was down 3% over the year, though female outspent males by approximately $170. Wow. So here are the 16 brands they hate. Vineyard Vines. It's basically the brand formerly loved amongst bros, appears to be falling out of young shoppers. Vineyard Vines, you can find that in Target. Number 15, Old Navy. Wow. Number 14, Victoria's Secret. I wouldn't say they hate them. Number 13, American Eagle. American Eagle, huh? Number 12, Forever 21. Wow, I'm surprised Forever 21 is low in this list. Number 11, Hollister. See, even Hollister is higher than Forever 21. Number 10, Abercrombie and Fitch. There's always been a hate on them. So Abercrombie's just going through a lot of rebranding process. Puma. Number 9 is Puma. Why do they hate Puma? I don't get it. Apparently, it's because of Rihanna. But whatever. Skechers. Number 8, Skechers. Yeah, well, teens never really did like Skechers, but for some reason, Skechers is growing. Number 7, Reebok. I don't get this. I don't get this one. I really don't. They hate Reebok? Number 6, Aeropostale. Yeah, I can see that. Number 5, Adidas. Number 4, Gap. What? Gap? Why would you hate Gap? I don't get it. Number 3, Nike. Huh. But here's the thing. Nike was listed as the favorite apparel brand among teens in the same Piper Jaffray survey. So they love and hate Nike. What? Number 2, Under Armour. I don't get how Under Armour is hated. I really don't. And then number 1, Justice. Whoa. Justice, I know, is a center. I've worked with them before. Is the largest tween retailer in the group. catering largely girls 6 to 12. Though Justice was poised to take the place of Limited 2, even taking over select stores as the brand was shuttered. He seems to be struggling to win over young shoppers. But why do they hate Justice? I don't get it. But I guess they're not catering to these teens. So what do I think of this list? I mean, there are some brands here that should have been higher. There are some brands here that are surprising, especially Justice. I mean, apparently Nike is loved and hated at the same time, which doesn't make sense. If you hate a brand, why would you love it at the same time? I don't get how you could hate Under Armour. Under Armour is number 2 as the hated. I would think at least Nike. What do I get from this list, honestly? I think these teens are confused. I do think so. They're confused. Yes, I do know that they surveyed 9,500 teens, but at the same time, they're confused. Maybe there's a little bit of outliers out here. But that's just me. So that basically it for this podcast 83. I am Mr. Informal. Don't forget to add me on Instagram, MisterInformal. And check out my website, mrinformal.com, MRINFORMAL.com. And so that basically concludes this Mr. Informal podcast. I hope you learned something today, and I hope you listened to me through the whole way, which is actually surprising. And so I will see you in the next podcast. Bye-bye.